our praise on. 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Welcome to Biggie and Friends in the Morning. I am your producer, Dr. Lady Rain.
And I'm your favorite co-host, Nikki B.
And what's up, guys? It's your boy Big E. I'm in the building. I hope Dr. Rain can hear me, guys. Look, we're doing this show. We're doing this show, man. Like it's a work in progress. You know, trial and error, trying to get everything straight. We're broadcasting live from the Spin Awards here in Atlanta, Georgia, which is not really Atlanta. We're in Lawrenceville, man. We're in Norcross. We're not in Atlanta. Okay, and that person you heard, that lovely person that you just heard, is our special correspondent hailing from that big NYC, Miss Shayna.
Whoop, whoop.
Dr. Rain calls her Shanana.
Shanana.
She's in the building, guys. So look, Dr. Rain, like she got a new song now, Shanana. Dr. Rain is that's our resident producer and comedian.
And
what you think about that, Nikki B?
She also delivers babies, if you really want to know.
Oh, Lord.
Well, maybe we'll talk about that later in the show.
Yeah.
But anyway, Dr. Rain, let me tell you, I'm going to file an HR claim. I'm just letting y'all know.
I'm HR.
Right here. Let me tell you something. She has been really on me.
But listen.
Nothing.
What are we streaming from? What are we streaming from?
The Spin Awards.
No. What program are we using?
Look, I know what she's saying.
What program are we using?
We're using Big E and Friends in the Morning program.
On what program?
On Facebook.
They trying to be funny, y'all. But listen, when we sat here, I told them to use Switcher. We went through all
coffee break. It's morning. Morning show.
Y'all, we're using Switcher. Shout out to Switcher Studio. And Dr. Lady Rain for knowing how to work Switcher Studio. But
shout out to Dr. Lady Rain. Shout out to Dr. Lady Rain.
That's why I'm the producer. So, Big E, remember, who your producer?
Look, at the end of the day, I'm going to give you props for that. But guess what? You know when I leave and go back home, next time you're going to have
You're going to try to prove me wrong? That's what you're going to try to do? You're going to try to prove me wrong? That's okay. That's okay.
I have to.
I'm right today, though. On this show,
you know what I'm
going to get? Right today.
I'm going to get a cowbell. And when it's time to time them out,
but look, on a serious note, though, man, we're broadcasting live from the 7th Annual Spin Awards here in the beautiful state of Georgia, Atlanta, Norcross, Lawrenceville, all that good stuff, man. And we got some special guests in the building, guys.
We do.
Not only do we have our special correspondent, Miss Shayna Snipes, we also have Dr. Angelia.
Dr. Angelia.
I'm glad y'all said that name right.
What you mean?
Because y'all been saying Angela. It's Angelia.
Not. We have not.
No. Okay, Nicole. Me and you have been saying it right.
Thank you.
But Big E and Stars, Angelia.
Angela, everything.
Everything, Angela, Angie.
So
yes.
He got it right yesterday, so we're going to give him credit.
Dr. Williams is actually waiting in our green room.
Yes.
But guess what? I did not pronounce her name wrong.
You didn't.
So
not today.
So hold on. So my wife just walked down, guys, from
woo,
and my son just walked down. Shout out to them. But I want to let my wife know that I want to file an HR claim.
Yes.
To my HR manager that just walked down against Dr. Rain.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah, so just so she knows, he's been talking about this all morning. I'm going to my wife. She is HR, and I'm going to file a claim with my wife.
What Nikki B, what I said?
I feel bullied right now. I'm filing a claim for bullyism.
So Shayna, you've been down here.
Or better yet, insubordination.
Shayna, you have been here listening. I want you to be neutral. What did you hear?
I
heard. But Shayna, who's right though? What program are we using? That program
you don't know.
Now. Okay.
There you go.
And who?
There you go, Shayna.
And who
there you go, Shayna.
was saying to use this program?
You were saying to use.
Thank you,
Dr. Rain. Did I not just give you your props?
I'm just saying. So you shouldn't be filing a claim.
All right, guys. This is where I interject. It's time to end it.
Yes, it's time to end it.
There we go.
Yes, let's end it and bring on our guests. Shanana. Listen, Shayna, what brings you here to Atlanta?
Get out of New York.
Get out of jail free card.
Get out of New York. What's going on in New York, Shayna?
COVID. But anyway.
Seriously? COVID is still
No, the
running
numbers are
rampant?
going back up.
No.
Really?
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Well, guess what?
Yes.
There's another vaccination out there. We're going to get it.
Y'all go ahead.
Because guess what? My household, praise God,
As for me and my
never,
household,
we never contracted it. My son, before he
getting a
moved with
COVID
us,
shot.
I never
he
got
had COVID. But me, my wife, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, we never. And I think my wife had it when COVID first started, that they didn't even know what it was.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think she had it, but it was mild. But we have not had COVID in our household. And I was, let me tell you,
Praise God.
Dr. Ring, when COVID started, and they was talking about how crazy it was, we shut our house down. Nobody could come in
Same
our
here.
house.
Our house
Same
always shut
here.
down.
My mother-in-law and father-in-law
Same
had to
here.
stay at their house because they're older. He's
Right.
89, she's 79, and my wife was like, no,
Yeah.
y'all don't let nobody come in here talk to him through the glass door. Do not let
That's
them come in
right.
your
That's
house.
how you.
So,
That's how you had to do it. Well, I had a house full of COVID people.
Wow.
wow.
My daughters, they all had it, and I think how it happened. So somebody went to a march, and at that protest or march or whatever, it was Black Lives Matter time, they came home with it. And I think it spread, and then I think we had a visitor really before it amped up, and they brought it in. So I think my middle daughter and oldest daughter had it. So, I made them, at that time, they were living with me. I made them stay on their side of the house, and I stayed on mine. And then, if they came in my kitchen, I had Lysol on the counter, and I sprayed.
I had on that pre-COVID.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
so we just pray everybody that has COVID, man. Y'all take care of yourself. Shayna, we praying for
Yeah,
New York,
praying
man.
for
Make
you.
sure that. No, you're not in New York. You're in Connecticut now, correct?
No, I'm in New
No,
York.
she's still up. She's still in New York.
I'm
She
from
just went
upstate
upper.
New York. I
Okay.
left I'm an empty
Yeah,
nester.
yeah.
Okay,
I left
okay.
the kids in the city. I'm upstate New York, but all that pre-COVID, we was doing that before pre-COVID, honey. We was doing all that stuff. We just had an health reason to do it.
Yeah, well, we're going to
Bubbles.
pray for everybody up there, man, because I'm not playing with COVID. So if I got to put 4 masks back on and put gloves on and whatever, we're locked down the house again, we're going to do that.
Yeah.
We're not playing with
Yeah.
it. But, guys, guess what? We
Yes.
got a segment of our show, man, and we're going to dive into that before we bring our guest, Dr. Williams, on. It's called the Gumbo of the Day.
Oh,
All right?
Lord.
Gumbo,
So
gumbo.
the gumbo says, I'm from
Spicy.
this beautiful state of Louisiana, and man,
Here we
we
go.
had to interject some spice.
Wait, I didn't say why I was really here.
So why are you here, Shayna?
Thank you. Get him back on track.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The
I'm
one
sorry.
who filing claims.
No, it's gonna be a lot of training, and you already know when you get trained on your job, somebody done jacked up and messed up stuff. So be prepared for all the training.
Yeah.
No, I'm here because I'm gonna do the red carpet for the Spin Awards.
That's right. For who?
For the who?
The Spin Awards.
7th thing is Spin Awards broadcasting
you
live from the
representing?
ATL, and who are you
On the red
representing?
carpet?
Representing Praise FM.
Hey.
So this is my
Hey.
second red carpet. The first one was at the Stella Awards. That
Hey.
wonderful lady, she pulled me out the box and had me do it. That was my first time, and I had a
All
lot
right.
of fun.
And you slayed it.
That was
She
You slayed it. Slayed it.
fun.
She is our media extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire.
That was fun. I enjoyed doing that. I enjoyed because people always say, like, gospel celebrities have nasty attitudes. Not one of them had a nasty attitude. Everybody was really nice. That was my first time actually going to the Stella Awards and then doing the behind the scenes and being able to talk to them. All of them, they were really nice. So
Yeah.
whatever folks say, I just say sometimes people talk about folks have an attitude. Was they hungry? Did they have to pee? Because you just assume they're supposed to be.
Was there a reason?
Right, their bunions could have been hurting, and you wanted to talk to them. It's like they don't feel like it.
But
People are human.
But
so
I heard that too, Shayna, that most of them tried to act snobbish.
not a
You
one
know,
of them.
but you interviewed some giants.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
Milton
heavy.
Brigham.
Yes, Milton Bigham, Walt Whitman, Warren Campbell, Lillian Lloyd, even Will Johnson. He's a hilarious comedian.
Did you interview the Khalil Lundy?
Who's that?
Khalil Lundy.
No, I didn't do him. Who did him?
Alima.
Alima.
Oh,
did
okay.
him,
Well, we
yeah.
got him. We got him.
Alima did Khalil.
Okay.
I have a list of people. Who's the pastor?
I forgot. I saw it, but I forgot who it was.
I'm so bad with names. I don't know how I can forget his name. My sister introduced me to him, but it was really good. All of them were really nice, and it was an easy flow. And it helped because I connected to them from listening to them growing up. So it was like I get to ask you questions I've always wanted to know. It was great.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what's up, man. So Shayna is here, man, for the 7th Annual Spin Awards here in Atlanta, Georgia. She's broadcasting live from the red carpet tonight. 5 p.m., guys. We're going to be at the Aurora Theater in Lawrenceville, Georgia. I think the address is 125
Clayton Street or Clayton Avenue.
Clayton Avenue, and that's in Lawrenceville, Georgia. So if you are in the Atlanta area and you want to come out and support, y'all come out tonight. Uni TV, Praise.fm, Big E and Friends in the Morning. We're here. Also, I represent Listen If You Will, Faith and Sports Radio Show, and Listen If You Will, Gospel Network, Radio Network. So if you guys are here, y'all make sure y'all check us out. But now, can I get to the gumbo of the day?
The gumbo,
Okay, let's
the gumbo.
Let's
Make
go.
sure the gumbo's
So-
made right. Make sure the
So,
gumbo's made right. Come
Gumbo
on.
of the day, guys. This is a part of the show where my co-host, the beautiful Miss Nikki B.
Nikki B.
she
I got the
takes
gumbo.
over. She got the gumbo, guys. Nice, juicy, and spicy. So, Nikki B, what's going on out here in the world, man? What's
So
happening?
we touched on we everybody's been talking about. Everybody's been talking about. So
Everybody.
we have been talking about Jada Pickett and Will Smith. So there's a lot of things going on.
Jada Pinkett's Will Smith to core.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of things going on with that. So we know that they have recently, well, most of the world recently heard that they have been separated since 2016. And in all actuality, they have been telling us all along that they're not together. So tell me, guys, what you think.
Oh gosh. So
Where do we start first?
Yeah,
Since
I
we
don't
all in
even
the
know.
group
Because
chat.
there's the
We all in
there's
group
the
chat with them.
there's the ex-wife issue, there's the entanglement issue, and there's her talking about the slap,
Yeah.
saying
Heard around the world.
we
Heard around the world.
heard around the world.
Listen,
So
coming
she
up with a
talked
book,
about the
that's why she
slap,
doing
and
this
she says we haven't called each other husband and wives in
Yeah.
years. So that was kind of new to. Well, we ignored it because we've always heard them say, you know, our relationship is open. They deny it,
Open.
but then they
relationship.
don't deny it. So what do you guys think?
Her book is coming out, and that's why she's having all this tea. 'cause she
Wait.
want everybody to come
A
and do
book?
this. Yeah, she has
She's
a book coming out. So now she's coming out, and she threw us back in the
Clickbait.
group chat. That's what it
Clickbait.
is. And now she cut, because the only way that you get people to really jump on you is to stir up some drama.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden now they've been separated since 2016, and she was concerned because she said we haven't called each other husband and wife in a long time. So when Chris when Will slapped Chris, and he was like, "Keep my wife's name out your mouth," she was looking like, "Why?
Keep
like,
my wife's name out
your
your
face and mouth."
mouth. I said.
But wait, so since we're on that, since we in that frame, it has been speculated
Uh-oh.
that Chris tried to date Jada.
Try to holler.
So
Tried to holler.
He was like,
Well,
"Hey,
you
boo."
know that's just not her speed, because as we all know, Jada Pickett said her soulmate is Tupac.
and wait, did y'all know he proposed to her?
Did not know that.
Speculated while he was in jail. Speculated that he proposed.
Didn't know that. Didn't know that.
That yeah.
Allegedly.
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 A proposed.
Well, they
So-
showed that in the All Eyes on Me movie. You know, they showed bits and pieces
Yeah,
of
they
their
showed them,
relationship
yeah.
in the movie.
But
you
it
know,
wasn't
so,
a proposal.
No,
Well,
it wasn't.
It wasn't no proposal. It wasn't soulmate. They was just good friends.
So I got.
They liked each other, but they realized that relationship. They was like, it's really not gonna work. Even though we feeling each other, it's really not gonna do what it need to do. So we're gonna keep it right here.
So I got a
According
question.
to the movie.
Yeah.
Got a
What's your question, Biggie?
Why does people in Hollywood feel like they got a front?
Same way people in church do.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Hey,
It's
Next
a church.
question.
Look, if you
Next
Oh,
question. You gotta
Lord.
answer that. Because nobody asked you. Really, nobody asked you. Like for what? It wasn't an anniversary service.
I'm going to put my finger up and tiptoe out on that one.
look,
Yeah.
no one wants to show. Let me tell you, going through a divorce is embarrassing.
It is.
You feel like you're rejected.
You
Yeah.
do.
You feel
And the church
defeated.
people think that
Yeah.
they're invincible for the problems that they experience in the world.
Right.
Why?
So they want to put a front on like, hey, we got it all together.
Yep.
But you have the same problems every other marriage has.
Yep.
Because guess what? You're still human.
Yep.
There is still the human perspective on it all.
Absolutely. honestly, and you look stupid when you try to front for people because they're looking right at you like.
Well, for me, you know, I'm very open about my first marriage. My wife get tired of hearing it, but you know, my first marriage was
toxic.
It was
Crazy.
I think I got married for all the wrong reasons.
As many do.
First marriage, you know, you invest so much in a person, but you know, my wife is kind of like my Danielle. She's kind of like an introvert, but once you warm up to people, she's good.
That's me, honey.
She's
I
good.
love me, Mrs.
Shout out to
Jones.
the introverts.
That's
Shout out
right.
to the introverts. They
But-
don't understand
Hey,
us.
Danielle.
But in my
Danielle's
first,
in the building.
yeah, my first marriage, man, let me tell you something. When I tell you I was hurt,
Yeah.
and I'm a big man, you know, but I was hurt. I got feelings, you know. I done invest all this time, attention, money, raising your child, trying to send him on the right direction, and you go out and you do whatever. Then when we divorced, let me tell you, I left with a pair of black shorts on, no shoes, socks, no shirt, and my old GMC truck.
You
That's
really
it.
left.
All monies, because you know I was so trustworthy. All my monies went to an account that my name wasn't even on.
Wow.
So when I left,
Oh, wow.
you know, my direct deposit went to this account. When I left,
we
I
ain't
left
doing
with
that.
nothing. So, you know, and then I was to the point where I wanted to just take them out. And my grandmother, before dementia really set in hard with it, she said, "Eric Lee, get away from that situation.
Yeah.
Please get away from it." So I walked away and left everything. My wife know the story, left everything, didn't have nothing, had to rebuild. One thing I'm not stuck on is materialistic stuff, because I think once
You can't be.
when me and Danielle got together, when I say we rebuild greater.
That's
So
right.
the Lord had something to do with that, because
And he says your ladder will be greater.
and you know what, guys, let me tell you something. I pursued my wife for a while. Every time I would call, she was living here in Georgia. I had moved back home, and we
She
met.
had time for you. She said, this
Let me
man
tell you what
got,
she- look at me,
this
let me
man
tell
got
you
to
what
get
she
his life together.
Let me tell you what she said.
He
Look at
giving
me.
tea. He giving tea.
Let me
Come
tell you
on,
what she
tell me.
said. So
Let me
I'm
see her
not,
face when
I'm
she-
not ashamed to say how I met my wife. People are ashamed. I did the traditional way of meeting women, you know, clubs, grocery store, in the church, whatever.
Don't tell me you was on the date line.
Stalking.
Right?
He's
Man,
stalking.
I went to POF, Plenty of Fish.
Plenty of fish.
I met my
Wow.
wife
Hey,
on Plenty
listen,
of Fish.
I got some friends that I have.
It's a dating site.
dating site. So I have some friends that's gone on Plenty of Fish, and they got plenty of mess.
Well, I met my wife on Plenty of Fish, y'all.
It's plenty of doo-doo out here. I don't need to go.
So I met my wife on POF, and we.
Thank
and,
God.
And I, you know, my wife was here in Georgia. I had moved back home, and she worked here for Home Depot corporate, and she was here, and she was involved, but not involved. And so when I hit
Oh,
her
he
up,
was stalking.
she was like,
an involved
and so
woman.
she told me. So I was like, I'll send her a message every now and then, just trying to remain relevant.
Hey, all right,
Remain relevant.
I like it. I like it.
So that's what I was saying, and I did it for a while. And then, man, my wife moved. I was about to move back to Georgia.
Okay.
My wife moved back home to be closer to her parents again. They were up in age, and so remained. So she went on a cruise. When she came off the cruise, we connected. We went to lunch. Now let me tell you, and we're gonna move on, guys. So stupid. It's so crazy. Went to lunch. I met her at her job, and we went to a restaurant in La Place where we eventually moved together. Went to the restaurant, and we ate.
Oh, look at him. He looks so giddy.
Look at him blushing.
And guess what happened, guys?
Come on.
I didn't have my wallet.
Oh, no.
Oh, I thought this was a good story.
Okay.
I didn't have my wallet.
Red flag number one.
That's a flag.
Let me tell you what she said.
Look,
She
Flag
said,
on the play.
she
you
said,
walk out with the
she
finger.
said, I should have left you there then. I said, what? I said, she said, I said, but, you know, she paid for the food. My wife paid
Bless
for
her
the food.
heart, because I'd
and-
had you washing dishes.
Honey,
But let me tell you, when my wife paid for that food,
That showed you.
I knew right then and there.
That's my wife.
And I pursued my wife, and I pursued my wife, and I told my wife. And man, we ended up getting together. We moved in together. We got our first home and everything. But needless to say, we met in 17.
Right.
2019, we got married.
Okay.
We had 23. And I think we celebrated 4 years, Danielle, am I right?
Woo,
4
woo.
years.
Where the hands claps for
Come
that?
on, let's
Come on.
see.
We need a hand
Applause,
clap for
applause.
that. Come on.
4
Applause,
years of
applause,
marriage.
applause, applause.
All right, 4 years of marriage. But
Yes.
but my point is, guys,
What?
that
The point.
God would take some mess
And bless it.
and bless it.
Come on.
So he took me from a toxic situation and put me in a situation. And you know, me and my wife, and no marriage is perfect. I know sometimes she want to strangle me. and throw me
I
off
know
the
she
bridge
do.
sometimes.
Ooh, I know. Ooh.
Put him in a headlock, Danielle.
We
Put him in
listen.
the headlock.
Look,
she's
listen.
like,
Let me just say
I'm
this.
walking out on that, though.
We are always on the phone, right? The three of us always talking about something, and we always say, "She gonna put you in the headlock today."
Yep.
You go. And I think this week, right, Dr. Lady Rain, he was on the phone with us, and then the call dropped. I said, girl, he in the headlock. That's why he calling us back. He in a headlock right now. I mean, and didn't call us back for a long time. I'm like,
well,
yeah.
Actually, when I did that, I had to go. I was trying to get straight to come here, and I was trying to get everything together. We were trying to tie some ends because, again, we got an 89-year-old and a 79-year-old that live with us.
Wow. Yeah.
So we were trying to make sure they're straight and everything before we leave. But I can tell you one thing. We're blessed, and, I'm happy where I'm at. But, guys, this is Big E and Friends in the morning. What we're going to do is we're going to step away, quick commercial break, and we'll be back right after these right here on Praise.fm. Here we go.
Can you pronounce Tropicaulis? What's in a Chafalaya? Whether you're in the Bywater, Garden District, or the Lower Ninth Ward, take a peek at our scent descriptions and find your Wix Nola Forever Home fragrance. We have fragrances such as floral, fresh, fruity, gourmet, spa, woody, earthy, and sensual. To get your fragrance, please contact wixnola.com or by calling 504-321-0008.
Do it for me. Oh Lord, do it for me. Oh Lord, if you don't do it, it just won't be done. So Lord, do it for me. Sometimes I get desperate and I say it like this. I say, Lord, fix it for me. Anybody know that only God can do it? Oh, fix it for me. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Because, Lord, I have a problem that only you can solve. So, Lord, do it for me. Can y'all play that for me? Lord, do it for me. Lord, I need you to do it right now. I can't wait till tomorrow to do it for me. Lord, if you don't do it, it just won't be done. So Lord, do it for me. Listen. Lord, fix it for me. Anybody know God can do it? Oh, Jesus, fix it for me. Yeah. Lord, I have a problem that only you can solve.
Hey guys, this is Dr. Lady Rain, and we are back with Big E and Friends in the morning. How are y'all liking us? How you like us now?
How you like me now?
Well, listen, guys, we have a special guest in the building.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Today,
Yes,
I
Yes.
saw her at the Spin Awards last night, all beautiful with her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all want to know who we got coming?
Who we got? I mean, are you going to say her name
Who we
right?
got? Who we
I'm
got?
going to say her name right, or you want to say her name right?
I always say it right.
All right. Well,
No debating.
guys, we got Dr. Angelia Williams. Welcome
Yes.
to Biggie and Friends in the morning. How are you?
Thank you. I am great. How are you, ladies?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Except for people want to write claims on me, but that's all right.
HR, I'm doing it.
HR walked out the building.
She's going to
HR
get
has
something
said
to
I
eat.
had
She's
enough.
going to get something to eat.
HR said I had enough. We're not dealing with this today.
Yes,
It's
And
all
they-
good.
and-
it's all good. It's all good. Well, Dr. Angie,
Yes, ma'am.
what brings you to Big E and Friends in the morning?
Because I love y'all.
You love us?
I do. You
Aw,
guys
how you
are
do the
awesome.
little heart thingy?
I know, right?
She,
Love.
you know, she said last night, she said, you know, you guys are one of the best interviews that I've done. I just love y'all energy. And then she finds out really how crazy we are, right?
Yeah, we crazy,
Today.
Doc.
This
She
morning,
finds-
she was
she-
like,
she finds
Lord,
out.
is that how y'all are behind scenes?
Woo! But
We
no,
are crazy.
Crazy. We are not crazy. We're crazy.
Crazy. Okay,
Thank
crazy.
you. We're
Crazy.
crazy.
crazy,
On
crazy,
Praise.fm
crazy,
radio.
crazy.
Crazy.
Crazy. See? Crazy. You see the crazy.
We're crazy then.
Pray.
We're crazy.
Pray.
Thank you guys for having
So,
me.
Dr. Williams, how are you enjoying the Spin Awards thus far?
It was awesome. Last night was awesome. The energy was awesome. It was anointed. I was blessed. You know,
Amen.
it was an amazing experience.
It was so I did you perform?
I did. Well, hold on.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if y'all missed it because you know the whole, birth that happened in
Lord.
the night.
Yeah. We were
Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
So what Dr. Williams is alluding to, our own very Dr. Lady Rain, Nikki
Here we
B.
go.
Nikki B. Our very own Dr. Lady Rain.
Our very own Dr. Lady Rain delivered a baby last night, people. So, yes, I am the one that's saying she delivered the child
Yeah.
because she delivered a baby. So, we were doing part of our show last night and we were actually shutting down so that we can leave. And then the next thing you know, yeah, it is relevant. The next thing you know, we go out and there's a lady, just delivered a baby, umbilical cord still connected, right here in the hotel lobby, right outside of where we're recording from. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know.
I did not deliver the baby. The
Okay, give your side.
husband came in screaming help. The woman had the baby in her arms, already out, with the umbilical cord connected. So
Oh,
A trail of
he did?
blood. Yeah, they actually pulled up to the hotel entrance.
yeah, the baby was already out.
Yeah, baby's out. They get
Oh,
out of the car, come
didn't
into the
know.
hotel
Yeah.
screaming, help, help, she needs help. So, yeah, that's what happened. The baby was already in her hands, the umbilical cord attached, and the husband was very afraid. He thought the baby was, very faint, not going to make it. And we were like, no, baby's fine. And Dr. Lady Rain, you go ahead and tell what you can remember, because
Well,
she doesn't remember
Listen,
much.
we're gonna tell the story. We're gonna listen to another song, and we will
And we want to talk. We want
be
to talk
right back.
to Angelia. Let's talk about that.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Maharo Peoples Jr., aka MP2, and I want you to go to HarlemBoyCollection.com. That's HarlemBoyCollection.com. I need you to join the Harlem Boy tribe today, because Harlem Boy has just come out with the MP2, yes, Maharo Peoples Jr. MP2 edition tribe basketball shoe. We have it in men and women's sizes. Come on, y'all. HarlemBoyCollection.com. Visit today and get your signature MP2 edition tribe basketball shoe today. Join the tribe.
Hey, how can I help?
Well, I kind of need to help get life insurance.
I can help you with that. You can apply for life insurance and book an appointment right from my website. Me and my design team, we'll help you find a solution.
That it?
That's it. Now check your email.
WOMATprotects.com.
Are you interested in continuing your education, certificate, or degree that will prepare you in the ministry and equip you in the marketplace? Come make Christ Central University your home. Visit us at www.myccu.online.
Big blessings. This your bro William T. Stalls. Welcome to my I Believe on Christ t-shirt line, designed for my people of faith that believe in making a difference and a fashion statement. So get your pre-order on. Go to WilliamTStalls.com or visit comingsoonjesus.org for your pre-order destination. I'm telling y'all, this brand is springtime. It's coming out hot.
True Star Construction is licensed in the state of Louisiana as a residential building construction company. Its team of professional contractors build new construction custom homes and provides remodeling and renovation services for existing homes. To schedule a consultation, visit www.truestarconstruction.com. True Star Construction Academy is a licensed driver education training school located in Hammond, Louisiana. It provides classroom and behind-the-wheel training instruction for first-time licensees. To schedule for a course or to schedule for a road skills test, please visit www.stardrivingacademy.com. You may also call 985-662-3535.
You are tuned in to that praisey station, praise.fm, where we get our praise on. 24 hours, 7 days a week.
All right, guys, what's going on? We're back, man. We're doing this show live, man. This is usually set up in my studio at home, so we got a few technical issues, but we're working through it. But we want to thank you guys for tuning in to Biggie and Friends in the Morning. We got none other than Dr. Angelique Williams in the building.
Angelia.
See, I messed it up.
Again.
So we're going to just say Angie. Dr.
Thank
Angie
you, Dr.
Williams is in the building. Leave it to my co-host to try to throw me under the bus. You know what I'm saying?
No, I just wanted to make sure that she understands that we value her as a guest, and we wanted to get her name right.
So Nikki B, I got to tell you something. Right now, you're sounding like Dr. Lady Rain. It's like your energy just went down. So I need you to bring your energy back up.
When we do that, that's Dr. Lady Rain. Okay, I'm back. I'm back, people.
We want Miami, Dade County back in the building. You understand?
I am back.
We want Dade back. We want what the name of that park what it is? The football team y'all got down there. They always bragging about the little league
all
team.
about the you. What?
What is it?
Ooh,
What
he
is
did
it?
not say little league,
The little league
team.
football. No, the little league. No, the little league football team that Uncle Luke and all of them. What y'all call it?
I don't know.
Oh man. They always on TV.
SFYLC is all
TV.
of that stuff, and
But anyway,
Liberty City.
Liberty City. That's what I'm talking about. Liberty City.
Oh, you want the Liberty City?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Liberty City. So
Liberty City's a bit. Hey, listen. Liberty City represented.
Yeah. Well, they're.
There was a time lived there. Sure did.
But
Liberty
anyway.
City in the good old days. I don't know what y'all got going on down there in Liberty
anyway.
City now. But hey, anyway, back to our special guest. Go ahead. Come on.
Dr. Angelia Williams. Phenomenal gospel artist, guys. You know, she has some material out right now. She's here at the 7th Annual Spin Awards in Atlanta, Georgia. She performed on yesterday. But let me tell you something. I didn't get a chance to see you. Because in the midst of trying to do a live last night or a pre-recording last night, our own producer, Dr. Lady Rain, was really Dr. Lady Rain. Not Dr. Lady Rain of Divinity or whatever. It was Dr. Lady Rain, MD. Last night. OBGYN. So we didn't make it in time. And then also, Nikki B, I didn't make it on time because the direction was kind of crazy.
Yeah, we
to get to the venue.
I mean, it was correct. I think it was probably just us. I think we were, well, I don't know. When we got there, we recognized the building. We ended up circling around for parking
4 times.
Oh yeah. Oh,
so
we only did it once.
I went to like Oak Street, went right, then come up another street, and then came over Clayton and then went through the back where the U-Haul was parked.
It wasn't that hard.
So it was crazy. It was crazy. But again, man, look, let me tell you something. Since I've left Georgia, there are roads where they weren't roads. Georgia has built so many interstates or overpass and different roads. When I was here, these roads were not here. So like 316 going out that way.
So you wasn't listening to the GPS? The GPS was telling you to go one place. Like, I know nothing is over there. I was listening. I lived here for 25 years.
No. I was listening to Gyps. So what happened was, I was listening to Gyps, guys. What happened was Gyps took us off the exit by where they redoing Northside Hospital. But leaving the venue, it was simple. Yeah. It was simple leaving the venue because it didn't bring me the same way I came in and jumped right on 316. So coming in,
and I think that's how we left.
It was
because we ended up by that hospital. That's how we left there.
So it didn't take me that way. So it was kind of crazy.
Yeah, that would have been difficult.
Anyway, Dr. Williams. So tell us more about yourself, where you hail from, how long you've been in the business, what inspired you to get into gospel music.
What inspired me was my household. My mother was a singer. And she used to go, well, my mother was in Chicago for a while. She's from Atmore, Alabama. Both of my parents are. But my mother used to sing with Clay Evans. Remember Clay Evans?
Yeah.
So my mother used to sing with Clay Evans, and my father was a singer as well. So then, they end up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So that's where I was born. So music was such a huge part of my household. And so my parents, even though, my mother was saved, we listened to everything, like everything. There was a radio playing at all times. That's when we still listen to.
So you had a musical household.
A musical household. So she may be listening to Shirley Caesar, and then my daddy may get an 8-track and be listening to the Jackson 5, and then, we listened to everything, the Commodores, everybody. So that's kind of like, I started singing when I was like 3. The earliest recording my mother had of me, I was 3 years old, and I was singing Elder Barge, I Like It. That's like the first recording. So, of course, my platform was the church.
Right.
And so this is the thing every Sunday that the Angel Choir had to sing. Peaches, you gonna sing, or at least have the time, right? I would cry. Okay, this was the cycle. I would cry because I was scared to death, and my mama would be like, "Hush your mouth." Okay, and I guess
you better sing, girl.
Right after a while of "Hush your mouth," because
you knew you had to do it.
I knew I had to do it, so I just accepted it, and then I started liking it. And so by the time I was like 14, I had a really good friend, my best friend. Her father started taking us out and taking us out on tour. And so that was literally how I got into gospel music, the gospel music industry, like traveling and touring and things like that. In my whole teenage life, I was everywhere with everybody at all times. And so when I got into my later 20s, I decided to do undergrad. And when you start going to school, your life got to change.
Yes, it does.
So, once I started undergrad, of course, that part of my life slowed down. And then I met my husband during undergrad. And then we started getting pregnant. And then we got pregnant again. And then we got pregnant again.
Okay.
Hallelujah.
Okay. Yeah, bless his name. So, needless to say, there was no touring or traveling for a long time, but I started getting more into what my undergrad was in. I started getting more into coaching because my undergrad was music with a concentration in voice.
Gotcha.
And so, as I'm coaching people, for a while it was more about coaching people than me being an artist. And then I started to, I kind of started to morph into more than just a voice coach. Then I started being a psychological skills coach. Then I went and got my master's, and so there's this kind of like
evolving.
This evolving kind of this metamorphosis that I went through, and so here we are today.
The good thing about that, I think I asked you this before. You actually train voices. So,
okay.
Here we go.
Yeah. Wait. Tell us about that. What's your connection with training the voices, working with the artists, and your ministry?
I have always viewed business as ministry because I feel like anytime you are working with another human being, that is ministry whether you know it or not.
That's right. That's right.
So if you work into a finance office and you're talking to a financial officer, they are ministering to a certain part of your life. And so vocally, that's deep. That's your instrument to me. That's my perspective on that. So there have been times where we had a full-fledged prayer meeting after a session if I didn't have another session immediately. Or there are times where I've had people come into my office and they were like, I'm about to go on tour, but I really want to commit suicide.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. So the human experience is a ministry within itself when you are appealing to anything with a person, any part of their life. And so vocally, how it is training people vocally, for some reason, and I think it's because it's a part of our actual anatomy, our body, vocalists they have a lot more issues mentally that they have to deal with than musicians. And it's not the fact that musicians don't deal with a lot mentally, but vocalists, it's a lot more personal. Your instrument is actually a part of your body. So that's why we started to, I started to minister not just to teaching you technique and pedagogy, that's needed, but also your mental health as well.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
We don't think about that. The artists are out there in the road. They're dealing with not just their instrument, as you say, but there's other things that they're dealing with. Definitely. How do you manage it? How do you handle that? So that's good. That is a good lane to be in, because we know we're hearing a lot of things about the gospel artists now. There's a lot of struggles in gospel ministry.
Definitely, and I work with all genres, but gospel artists we are a very different animal because we wear a lot of masks, Lady Rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wear a lot of masks because you have to, because people, not only are you saved, you're supposed to be perfect and flawless at every moment of your life, because you saved and sanctified and full of the Holy Ghost, and then don't sprinkle a little talent on that. Now people really expect you to be completely flawless at every moment of your life, and I'm sorry, that's just not reality.
That's right. And it causes you to put on a facade.
Most definitely.
Causes you to put on a facade. Kind of what we were talking about earlier on another subject. But yes, sometimes the industries that you're in will cause you to put on a facade. So I know it's really good that gospel ministry has a person like you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Definitely really good that gospel ministry.
So Dr. Williams, what do you think about our current state of gospel music? Like our music, like the direction. I always ask people this question because I want to get different perspective.
Yeah.
What do you see, in your opinion, how do you feel about where it's headed?
So this is just my opinion, okay? Because I listen to everything now. I have a very broad palette as far as music. But I think black gospel has become very CCM-ish. Sorry.
Hey, so I'm glad you said that, because I come from a very traditional Baptist upbringing. I'm a choir guy. And a lot of the churches, to me, are going to these praise teams. I have no problem with a praise team. I love a praise team. I have no problem. I come from a choir, 50 voices, 60 voices strong. I'm also Reverend Clay Evans. In my church, Bishop Joseph Recall, shout out to Greater Refuge Temple Ministry at Amite, Louisiana. I am the audio engineer, audio manager at my church.
Okay.
So every morning, what I do is I play music to get, when people are coming in, usher in the spirit, just
set the atmosphere.
Just set the atmosphere. Not whereas, because we have Sunday school or Mena, and then we go into worship. But what I do is I try to play music to cater to the members in the church, the older members, because they don't relate. excuse me, they don't relate to a lot of this new genre of music.
Yes.
And so what I do is, and you just mentioned Reverend Clay Evans. Sunday I got to as I look back over my life.
Yes.
Testimony. I play those type music, and you ought to see the members in my church.
Yes.
Our older members. And the way they light up when they hear the music that they're familiar with.
Yes.
I have no problem with the music today. I have no problem with it, but I really believe that we don't need to forget
Where we came from.
about where we came from, because what we're doing, I see, is changing dramatically. Even the Stellar Awards, they had some good, they had some high points,
Definitely.
they had some low points of it. You know, I saw a lot of performing and not worshiping.
Yeah, that part, that part right there. I think, my husband and I have a joke. When there's a new song that I want him to hear, I'll be like, it's real Stellars-ish. It's not Dove-ish.
It's stellar.
I mean,
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
Everybody doesn't, I love praise and worship. I'm a praise and worship leader.
Right.
However, whatever happened to choirs that came out with robes and we want you to sing.
I want to see you marching down the aisle.
The black experience,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
you have to, and
It's
then
kind of left the church.
it has left the church, and the problem with that is,
Well, it's
our-
left certain churches,
when you,
I should say.
when they took us off the ships,
Hey,
because you gotta, when you music has a trail, and if you follow it backwards, the field hollers, right,
Yeah.
the work songs, that is what black music in America derived from. So when you take those elements out of the music, that is no longer the authentic black music.
better talk. You better talk.
So you
better
got to go
talk.
back in music history and follow the trail and see why it is so problematic that we have become so CCM-like. That assimilation is problematic, especially for your older saints. And I would even say, especially for the younger saints, they just don't know
They
it.
don't
They
know.
don't know it.
They
And
don't
you-
know
That
it.
bothers me, though.
And Nikki B, I'm sorry to cut you off. You just touched something as far as the history. There was a shout out to my cousin Joe Jones 3MC. There was a young lady that did his conference at home, the makeover conference, Apostle Stacy Woods, and she had a presentation, or she did a lecture, because we went from a regular workshop to a conference. And what she did was she spoke about the timeline of where gospel started.
Yes.
And just like you said, from when they took us off the ship
Yes.
to this stage, to this, she went from the years,
Yes.
18, whatever, and she broke it down. And let me tell you something. She actually taught me something about where it derived from,
Yes.
and where we are now. So shout out to Apostle Stacy Woods,
Yes.
back in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And when I tell you, she broke it down from here all the way to the Thomas Dorseys. So when she and then she came on into 2000. She came in and she brought it in. And guess what? She broke that thing down.
Yes.
And just like you just said, when they took us off the ship, that music has meaning behind it.
History's
definitely.
there.
From the cotton fields. I'm from Louisiana. It came off at the plantation.
Yes.
And we don't need to forget that, because these people suffered.
Most definitely.
So we can't forget about and I'm glad you said that, because people look at me sideways when I say those things. I have no problem, because I can't tell you how to worship your God.
Right.
That's right.
But we as a people don't need to forget how we got to this point.
Most definitely.
That's my take on
Most
it.
definitely. And we can't forget what God has done for us. See, the seed of the work songs, even though it came out of pain, it tells your story.
Exactly.
So once you lose the context of your story, you lose yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
There were so many things already stolen from us. And so the things that are just like innately in us, it's like almost we've lost that too now. So that is, it's like, how do you stay in fellowship even with who you are if you lose everything, even the natural things that are just innately in you to do? What then happens to the core of you?
Right.
If you follow another trail that is not your authentic self, your authentic trail.
Right. And man, let me tell you something. You are absolutely correct in everything you're saying, and we can't forget our identity. When we forget our identity, we forget everything. We forget everything.
Most definitely.
And God does things for a reason. And let me tell you something. God brought all us here to Atlanta to the Spin Awards so we can have this conversation with you. And because everybody needs to hear. Everybody excuse me. Everybody has their opinion, but everybody's opinion is not not what it is.
Opinion
It's,
is
it
just that.
is what it is.
I
It's
mean,
just
well, it is what
their
it is,
opinion.
but it's their
right?
opinion.
Exactly.
It's their opinion, and you know, I just feel like we need to not forget our roots.
Definitely.
right.
An opinion is one thing, but history is factual.
That's
right.
And that's what I was trying to
Most
allude to.
Most
But guys, we're right here with Big E and Friends in the Morning, live from the Spin Awards here in Atlanta, Georgia. We have none other than Dr. Williams in the building with us, along with my beautiful co-host Nikki B, and our great producer, Dr. Lady Rain. What I want to do right quick is I want Dr. Williams to drop her social media information, where we can find her, where we can find her music, where she's going to be next, and what she has coming in the near future.
Yes.
Sure. So as far as music, He Will is streaming on all digital platforms. Whatever you download and stream music from, you can find He Will. As far as my social media, on TikTok, I'm Dr. Angelia Williams. On Instagram, I'm official Angelia Williams. And on Facebook, Twitter, and Threads, I am Angelia Williams.
All righty, Nikki B. What you got, Nikki B?
Well, thank you, Dr. Angelia, for joining us. I mean, amazing. You touched on some really, really valuable points. So we thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And you, as I always tell you, you are our favorite.
Oh,
So we love you, and thank you for joining us again. Dr. Lady Rain,
Yes, ma'am.
what you got for us?
Well, I think we are coming to the top of the hour. So we are going to take a pause, and Big E and Friends in the Morning will be right back with some more of the Spin Awards. So you guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and share so that you'll be notified when we be back on the air. It'll be shortly. All right, Big E, take us out.
All right, guys. Well, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to Big E and Friends here in Atlanta, Georgia, from the Spin Awards, man. Dr. Lady Rain for producing this show, man. This has been a baby of mine for a while. I used to do another show called Cognac and Conversation with Big E. Now, because it said Cognac and Conversation, I wasn't literally drinking cognac. But it was just something different. And on that show, I discussed everything else. It was unfiltered, unadulterated. We talked politics, we talked life, we talked everything. But for some reason, when I shout out to Regina Showers Gordon, my boss lady with A&P Records, with Titus Showers, with the Listen If You Will Faith and Sports Radio Show, A&P Records, A&P Production, and Listen If You Will Gospel Radio, she actually got me back to my roots.
Amen.
And Big E in the morning, Big E and Friends in the Morning was something that I thought about for a while. Dr. Rain been on me. So we're going to officially start this show. But I want to thank everybody, man. And we're going to have some great content coming, man. Y'all just stay tuned. It's going to get better. It's going to get greater. We're going to bring it up in Jesus' name. But we're going to step away because we're going to be here at the Spin Awards all day up until 5 o'clock. And we'll be at the red carpet. When we're going to break away, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. And we'll be back later on today with some more phenomenal guests live from the Spin. It's your boy, Big E. I'm going to take us out. Here we go.
You are tuned in to that praisey station, praise.fm, where we get our praise on. 24 hours, 7 days a week.